dirty. He's never been that type of player. He's like, I don't think it was meant to harm or anything.
Okay.
He's like, these things just happen throughout the course of a game. It's just part of what happens at the speed and, like, you know what I mean? You're cutting across, you're cutting people off.
Yeah.
It happens. So, I mean, that's what Riley said, right? So, we're just waiting for the video right now. We got a little ad going on.
I mean, like Matt Cook, I would have been like, he meant to do it.
Yeah, wherever that guy is right now. But, yeah, like in his day, yeah. And if it's Brad Marchand, yeah, chances are he meant to do something stupid. So, I mean, we know he's not the most well-mannered. So, you're going to see it now. We're going to check it out, guys. Give us 1 minute. Bear with us. Playing knifesies with the equipment trainer with a stick blade. Started off so good till the third period.
Such a beautiful game till the third period.
Might want to skip through a little bit just to see if we can find that trip.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
There'll be none of that here. No. No bias whatsoever. No.
They tied it.
Yeah, it fell apart fast. It reminded me of a game back in the playoffs. It was not good.
Really, against Boston?
Yeah. We're not going to get into that. What's going on? Why is it not
Yeah,
showing?
I don't know. I don't know where. Said it was the trip, but I guess not.
Yeah, so that's just highlights. Like, where's the actual clip? Can you go to YouTube and put Stamkos trip, or like go to Google and put Stamkos trips Riley?
I typed that in there. It didn't show anything.
Yeah, let's see if there's anything else, like any other source, because Sportsnet's not showing that. I couldn't find it either. I'm gonna find my lip ring at some point. I'm in trouble. Watch your leg.
Oh, yeah.
It's all good.
You found it?
I think so. Can't put it in right now. I gotta clean it, but yeah, we're still searching for that. Just give us 1 minute. It's gonna be a little. I might throw a commercial on top of this part here. So just in case we're taking a commercial break, we'll be right back with the Brandon podcast. Stay tuned. That's just in case I can cut it. And yeah, like I tried to find one earlier with him as well, but I didn't see it. Fine $5,000 for dangerous trip.
Sorry, man, we're not paying you today. We're not paying you for this game.
Pretty much.
That's all 5 G's to him.
Players emergency fund.
Yeah, really. We don't even need emergency fund.
Sign me for a day. I have emergencies all the time. I have no money. That's an emergency.
Just stick me in net.
Yeah, I'll stop some stuff. So it's Morgan Riley. Turn it up and bring it close to the mic. You're speaking.
I haven't watched it again, so I just found out about it just seconds ago. So. Nothing. I don't know. Haven't watched it again, like I said. It's surprising. It's not exactly like he's known for that, and you guys don't exactly have a history of things. No, he's a hard player. Plays the game hard. He's not dirty. It's just what happens sometimes. I guess I don't know.
Things happen. I mean, throughout the course of the game, I think.
Nazem Kadri.
You know, I'm not quite sure 100% what exactly happened on the play, but you know, I know that's not in Stammer's DNA. That he doesn't usually do that. So I think for that you can kind of give him a pass for it. But you know, things happen fast, and it's an instinctual game, and you know, sometimes players do things that they don't necessarily want to do.
We still didn't get a view, but whatever. If we find it, we'll come back to it and we'll take a look. We haven't found that clip yet. I don't even know where it happened. I remember Riley getting tripped, but I didn't know it was Stammer, and I didn't know that it was like a dirty.
As slow as you put your stick under the skate.
Sometimes, yeah, or you stick your leg out, right?
Yeah.
And trip him that way. But yeah, like for what he got fined, I'm imagining they think it was intentionally putting his leg in the way to at least interfere. Probably not injure, but at least interfere and stop the play.
I don't mean to be mean or anything, but really, do you really need to do that against the Leafs? Like.
Yeah, like come on, dude. You guys are first. You're not going anywhere.
Yeah, it's like come on. They're all young there. Don't play them dirty.
Mm-hmm. So guys, we can't find that clip. That's okay. So I'm sweating like a prostitute in a church right now. So I'm not discriminating against it. I'm just saying.
On Judgment Day.
If that were me, I'd be nervous on Judgment Day. I'd be very nervous. Even now, church makes me a little nervous sometimes because I haven't been in a long time. So I feel like it may be a little judgy. Yeah.
I just don't know when to sit and
No,
stand.
still no clue. Yeah, I know when to leave. That's
Yeah.
about it. But can't find it. No
No.
worries. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know if you have anything else you want to talk about. Like anything else comes to mind. I'm trying to think. I thought this content would last longer, but we have
Well, we
3
still
people,
gotta-
so we're spreading it across. Like we're getting through it a little quicker than usual.
Have we gone over draft picks for this upcoming year?
No, not really.
We
I don't have that written down to be honest, but
I know.
we could look up top prospects or something like that.
we also have to touch up on the goalie interference.
Goalie interference. That's what I was missing.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. That's why he's co-host. He reminds me. It keeps me in check. That's why he got promoted from guest.
To co-host.
But here we go. So yeah, goaltender interference. So this is probably the last thing we're gonna look at. We can cover this for a good chunk if we need to, and we'll finish the show after that. Finish this episode. So I don't know if you guys heard today. I know Dan heard. I don't know if you heard. But goaltender interference. It looks like it's going to be fixed up a bit going into the playoffs.
Yeah, there was a big thing. I was watching a game 2 weeks ago, and a goal was scored, but the interference happened almost like after the goal was scored. But they were saying because there was a goalie interference, there wasn't a goal to challenge. They couldn't even challenge the play because there's a goalie interference. There was no goal to challenge. So that was really touchy. And even after looking at the review, it wasn't like it was intentional. It looked like he got pushed into it.
Yeah.
So they do need to be adjusted, just like the icing needed to be adjusted a couple of years ago.
Well, I mean now this rule that's coming in, it's not in effect yet. They can't enact that quite yet. They gotta wait till the players union, like the players whatever they call it. What's it called?
Sorry.
NHLPA.
NHLPA.
Yeah,
That's what I'm looking for.
NHLPA.
Oh my goodness, duh. So they're waiting for the NHLPA to sign on. Like all the parties involved have to sign off on it, finalize it. But it's pretty much a go. Every GM agreed that they wanted
Change
that
it,
change.
yes.
Yeah, they don't want the playoffs to be ruined. Like they don't want to lose a game because of something stupid like a bad call.
Yeah.
So now you're taking it out of the referee's hands necessarily.
Yeah.
They're going to have a former referee looking at the plays, helping the situation, and helping hockey operations decide if it's a good goal or if it's interference, right? So the refs can like judge it, call it whatever, but the NHL can overrule it, and they have the final say. So do you think that's the right move? You think that's a good choice? They're going in that direction.
If they could do that in a timely fashion, yeah. Because like, if you can challenge, you got 3 challenges per game, right?
2, I believe.
2?
No, it depends. If you lose your challenge, like it all depends. You can only lose 2 challenges.
Right.
If you lose a challenge, you get a
can't do-
penalty like for offside, whatever. But if you lose a challenge, you lose your timeout. That's what you gotta remember for goaltender interference, right? So,
Yeah, if they can.
but if you win it, you get another challenge, however, until you lose that challenge. Right?
Things need to be tweaked. Whether they should have other referee looking at the plays, I don't know. The
But
rules
someone
need to be
who's
changed.
not in the
in
situation,
the
right?
situation, yeah.
They're not right in the
Yeah.
middle of it. There's no bias. They're not there. They
I
can
see
look
where
at
you're-
it from a further vantage point, right?
Yeah, that's a good idea. I think
Someone
they
with
should.
more
I think they
experience.
should do that with all like calls though. They should.
Yeah.
It should
Yeah.
just be this one goaltending interference. If there's something like that slew foot, they should be a guy to look over that and see if it was.
Well, I mean, they kind of leave that in the hands. Like, I get what you're saying. They leave that more in the hands of, like, player safety. Like, George Peros is in charge of that, I believe, now. Where Shanny's not in charge of that no more. He's busy with the Leafs. So I think George Peros is more to look at that. So I'm guessing there was something with the Stamkos slew foot. I'm going to draw back there for a sec. That's why he got fined that amount. We'll find out later.
Yeah,
I mean,
we
we'll
haven't
look at
seen
it.
it.
If we
Yeah.
get it before the next
We'll have
episode,
to-
we'll bring it up. We'll show it again or whatever, or we'll
Yeah.
speak about it. But yeah, like I think that's going to stay the way it is. They don't want their fingers in that, just because it's a different.
It's just
type
the
of,
goalie interference. People are getting tired of
You
that.
got to protect the goalie, but you also want to know what the hell, what a goal is going to be. Like what's interference, what's not. Now you're going to have that gray area, more of a black and white, where it's easier to
Yeah.
tell. There'll probably be more consistency, and
Yep.
you want that. You don't want going to the playoffs worried that Anderson's going to get used for a chair and it's
Yeah.
going to count, or vice versa, or
Well,
any other
look
goal.
at
for that matter.
look at the game the other night. What game was it? It wasn't the Tampa Bay one. Maybe it was. No, when he went out, was that the Dallas game?
Freddie?
Yeah, he got hit
Dallas.
early in the
got hit
first
in the
period,
header
and he
with
went
the
out.
elbow or whatever.
Yes. Yeah, and like, I mean, technically our player pushed him into it, but like, you don't want
He didn't try to avoid it either, really.
exactly.
I don't think he tried to hurt him or anything because he tapped him on the side.
Yeah, like
after,
are
but
you all right kind of.
Radulov
But
that was.
you know what I mean. You know, like a lot of players will play it off like that.
man. Russian players.
A lot of players would do play it off like that though. It's like,
No,
hey, no, I didn't mean to do that. You okay?
Yeah, he's
But
thinking,
realistically,
"Well,
he
I'm scored."
skated into him on purpose because he's thinking he's going to get that goal.
That's right, exactly. If they think there's a chance they can get a goal, they're gonna try to bump him. Just
And that's
Honestly,
where
wouldn't you?
exactly.
Like-
if that means it's a game you
So-
win to get in the playoffs, of course you would try it.
So
Absolutely.
having somebody on the outside able to review that clip and to see, like, you know, he could have avoided it or whatever, I think I agree 100%. We should be doing it because you don't want our
You're gonna stop players from running them. Then that's
exactly
a good thing.
Yes, because we don't want
They're
our
not gonna run
young
him, so they're gonna be like,
up
"Oh,
and
we're gonna
coming
get in trouble."
goaltenders like Reimer who got the concussion, and then when he came back, he was scared to play. And then how did the Leafs deal with it? They made him a backup goalie. Wasn't fair to the kid. He had a lot of potential. I love you, Reimer, and yeah, so I agree 100%.
Well, they want all these goals, but you still had to protect the goaltender. If you don't have good goaltending, no one's going to want to watch the NHL all the time with the 1980s style scoring where
Yeah.
everything's going in. No, you don't want that. Like, I mean, that's too much.
And good goalies are hard to find as it is.
Exactly,
Like they're,
exactly.
It's once in a blue moon you find the all-star goaltender and like Fleury, and then came. I'm pretty sure the next one after that was what the hell's his face? Bobrovsky.
Yeah.
And now we have Gibson. So like it comes every 5 years. You get one really good goaltender. Don't ruin him by rushing him.
No, exactly. And I mean, you got to look at the fact that now most games we see on a nightly basis is like 3-3, 4-3, 3-2. Like, I mean, there's usually 3 or more goals being scored. A lot of the games aren't as tight as they used to be.
No.
So I'm guessing that makes the NHL happy and the American fans probably happy because they're trying to cater to that audience now to stay strong in the States.
Yeah.
I understand considering you have so many United States teams filled with Canadian hockey players, of course.
Canadian.
But still, I mean, I get it. You have to work with what you have, but don't screw with it anymore. Like, don't be trying to make the nets bigger or trying to make more stupid rules. You can hardly breathe on a player these days
Yeah.
in some games
Yeah.
without getting a penalty. And there's other games where they let it go and let it go.
Yeah.
Those are rare, but I mean, I've seen some calls where it's like even when we, you know, get away, or say even if we get a power play out of it, where they hardly touch us, and it's like, dude, like how is that a penalty?
Yeah.
How does that make sense? Like you can't let a little go, fight a little bit.
Oh, they're trying to change it up too much.
Yeah, well, exactly. I mean, it's.
I mean, I get it. It's all about player safety and everything. Like, you don't want these young players to get hurt and then
Yeah.
come back and be too afraid to play.
but it's also about goals.
But it,
big time.
yeah,
Half and half, I think, with that. So. Yeah, like I mean, you're looking at, like you said, player safety. I didn't even think of that part of it. That makes a lot of sense because you don't want broken wrist and
no.
you know, stuff
Again,
like that.
I hate to bring it up, and I'm sure there's other goalies. I'm just not thinking of them right now. And the only one I keep thinking about is Reimer. He was top of the game. He was one of our all-star goalies that we picked up, and then he took that head injury from a player rushing him, and he wasn't the same when he came back. He was a totally different goalie, and we paid for it.
Well, yeah, exactly. And you look at the things like player safety, especially you said like some of the rulings to protect the players, but at the same time, you're protecting the all-stars and all that stuff. That's
Yeah.
fine, but you're not protecting goalies enough.
Yeah, you
your
gotta-
goaltenders are just as important as all-star players. Forwards,
They are
defensemen.
all-star players.
Yeah, exactly.
They're the
I
ones
mean,
standing in front of a 100-kilometer shot.
That's when you get intensity. If there's goal scoring constantly and all, there's no intensity. There's not a playoff atmosphere. It's more like free for all.
yeah.
And that's not hockey. That's not what I remember hockey being growing up. I know it's a little different now, but you still want intensity. You still want great saves.
The only thing I
You
say
know.
that we should bring back, for sure, 100%, is enforcers. I miss that.
Some
with the game.
fighting, yes.
I'm
I love
sorry,
that
sorry,
shit.
boys, but I highly doubt it's going to happen. I think
It's not going to happen.
They weaned
because
that out.
we've came to a world where everybody's too afraid.
Exactly.
But they should bring back enforcing that.
Protect the players again that
Exactly.
way.
It
Right?
also
But,
got the team
if we
going.
brought, exactly, if we brought some enforcers back, you really think people?
but you
are gonna
know
be
why
rushing
they won't be
goalies?
back? Because they don't want any more lawsuits.
They don't want another
Every
backlash.
league is doing the same. They do not exactly. They don't want any more concussion lawsuits. It's still not figured out what's going on
Okay,
with the one
but
now.
the
and
thing
it's
is,
too much money
is
to pay
a
out.
lot of the players who came in back in the day, you know, Ty Domi, Tucker, all them, they came in knowing that this is hockey, this is rough. This is not skate around, fancy dancy, figure skating, let's score a goal. It was hard, gritty. Like, you had to work for that goal, and you had to work past their enforcers to get even close to the net to have a chance to shoot. and score that goal. And now we've just taken that all out.
Now it's speed and agility is more of what it is,
Yeah.
right? That's what it's all about.
And speed and agility ends with a player rushing a goalie and causing a concussion and
Exactly.
sending that
Just
goalie
no
out.
one's there to
Where's
shut
the
him out.
enforcer to shut him down?
I'm gonna like kind of contradict myself saying that I wanted the enforcers back, but a lot of these enforcers created a lot of mental illnesses afterwards because they thought their only
But so
damn
does
use
boxing.
was to go to fight.
So is boxing. So is UFC.
Yeah, but that UFC
But
and
again,
boxing
they
you
go
go
in-
into fight.
But you go into hockey knowing that, listen,
No,
I'm
but-
not the fastest player, but I will shut you down.
But Crosby didn't go in saying, "Listen, my entire job is to fight and beat people up." That
Because
is these
he knew
enforcers' jobs.
he knew that he was a goal scorer. But you had Colton Orr that came in.
Yeah.
He knew he couldn't score, so what is he going to do? He was the enforcer.
But how does that make you feel as a person after beating
You
so
want
many
to pay me
people up?
$2 million to go stops? You
He
want
was
me?
getting paid $750,000.
Okay, pay me $750,000. I'll go in there. I'll stop Stamkos. You think he would have got away with tripping
But at
Riley?
what cost? A mental illness? I don't know, man. It's not worth it. Like I love to see the fights, but like the fight should be caused out of you just hit my star player. You don't touch him. I'm coming
Exactly.
after
You just hit my goalie. Now you're going to take
yes,
this fist
but to
forward.
have enforcers for the sake of just throwing a fight in the game, no. But like enforcing.
No, I'm not saying just for the fights. I'm just
Oh, okay.
saying bring back enforcers.
Yeah,
and this
I'm on that.
goalie interference
Protect
shit
your
would be
players.
stopped.
Well, you even look at that's another side, like Kyle said, mental. That's a big thing, and that's why the concussions are a big lawsuit right now.
But
That's why
again,
it's-
like I said, when you come
I know.
into hockey, knowing
yeah,
that
but
you're an
now
enforcer,
it's not like that. It's not. It's just not the same.
it's because everybody wants to be a
unfortunate, right?
Crosby, everybody wants to be an Ovi.
We
everybody
grew
just-
up with that tough, bare knuckled.
And you know what?
hockey, right?
I know a lot of younger fans are going to turn around and argue with me and say that, it's a different game, different world. But like you just said, we grew up with that type of hockey, and I still believe that type of hockey should be in there.
But you gotta take a look at like everything back then. Look at the equipment. The equipment wasn't near as good as it is today. Like the equipment that we
The
have.
players weren't protected nearly as much either.
Yeah.
That's why you
Goalies
have
used
that
to-
problem now.
Yeah.
When the goalies used to wear no mask, taking a 80K shot to the
Exactly,
teeth.
but it's changed so much. How can you expect it to stay the same?
Yeah. No, exactly. I mean,
I'm sorry, enforcers is still a big part of hockey.
I love the enforcers,
Well,
but
they-
to have them for the like, I just don't think
The thing
there's
is-
a need for them.
no, I mean in the high scoring league nowadays.
Anyone can fight.
Yeah. Well, to a certain degree.
Like Crosby can
We've
fight.
seen Polak fight. He's not the greatest.
He's not
Even
good,
for
but he
size.
can. That's
no,
the
I
point.
know exactly. But I mean, you still see it. But I like that now. Instead of seeing it for the hell of it or just get out there and fight, that's what we pay
Yeah.
you to do. Now you do see it barely, but you see it when it counts, when
It's
it's for a
necessary.
good reason. Protect our teammates, stand up for our goaltender. That's what I want to see. That type of enforcing, that's fine with me. I have no issue with that.
Or get the team lively. That's
Yeah,
another one I
I mean,
like too.
but nowadays, instantly instigator. If that's all
Yeah,
you're doing. You're
you're
dropping the
getting an
gloves
instigating
and
penalty.
yeah, you're kicking up shit just for the hell of it to get your team going. I understand why you're doing it, momentum, whatever. You want to get your guys off their ass and get
Well,
playing.
look at the third period, okay? Let's bring back to the Leafs game yesterday, the third period. If we had a few enforcers in there, you really think that we would have let it go like that?
But
we
anyone
did
could,
against Boston.
Anyone could have
but they
stepped
weren't
up and
playing.
played that
That's
part.
the problem. They weren't on the ice for that. were they?
Anyone could have
No.
stepped up and played the enforcer. part.
Carlisle decided to go, oh, we need our best. Well, sorry, your best pussed out and
Failed.
didn't get it done.
And if we had our enforcers out there,
that
would have been
maybe you
different.
would have saved a goal and moved
Like,
on to the next series.
You know
So-
the enforcers are needed when, I'm sorry to bring him up, I know you don't like him that much, but Grabowski in that playoff game
Don't mind
against Boston, he's not an enforcer. He's a goal scorer. He's a playmaker. But he
Was.
was. But my point is, in that series, he wasn't an enforcer. Our enforcers were sitting on the bench, but he was enforcing. He was getting in Chara's face.
Then
Little Grabowski, big Chara, and Grabowski was in there.
Then why do we need enforcers? If Grabowski can do it, then why
because
do we need enforcers?
Grabowski was sick that Carlisle was keeping the enforcers on the bench.
But that's what I'm
Nothing
saying.
was happening, and then Pylon there flicks the puck into the possession of them, and they score.
Ding, 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 ding. See, we're getting a boxing match going right here, man. That's why I'm in the middle. I had to cut these boys off and make sure nothing's going flying across the screen here. But this is where it's great. Next time we're probably gonna have a guest again. If Kyle's nearby or anything, we're probably gonna call him on again because this
Sounds
is great.
good,
I love
yeah.
what
Well,
we
this
got
is
going
great.
on here. It expands things. It's not going to make us as exhausted as last show after that brutal game. I mean, we were pooped. Did the show for like 2 hours and ready to drop, man.
What game did you play?
Oh, we watched Tampa Bay. Yeah.
Oh, you watched the game.
Yeah, we
Oh,
watched the
yeah,
game and
that
then we did our
game.
podcast.
But,
Oh,
I
so you
mean,
got your reactions on there and everything when they
Yeah.
tied it up. Shit.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Well, we
got
didn't
the
record
aftermath.
while we watched
started
it.
recording
We
right
recorded
after.
after.
Oh,
So
fair
right
enough.
after, you're still emotional. You're still pissed off.
Tears still coming down.
And that's why we couldn't cut swearing out yesterday. Today we've done a much better job. We've had a little bit here and there.
It's just beep, beep,
He's
beep,
he's
beep.
new to it, so we're allowed. I'm not beeping
Yeah.
him out, Phil. I'm sorry, I'm not doing it. That's my professor. I'm not beeping him out. It takes too much work. It's not worth it. I want
Did I
that.
swear
want
a lot?
a little bit, but I want the contrast.
It's okay.
But you weren't like screaming it. You were just speaking and like getting into what you're saying. That's
Fair
fine.
And the point of the
We want
show is to show
passion.
that we have passion and emotion
Yeah, I
as
mean-
fans.
And we're like everyday fans, regular Joes. This is how you feel after
This
a
is
game.
how we
This is
are.
how you
Yeah.
are when you love hockey.
Like I'm sweating here. Like.
Yeah, it's not gonna be like church manner. Like you're not gonna have those table manners when you're conversing with your buddies. I mean,
Yeah.
like we are already here.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're just getting better though. We're getting more professional each show. We got good banter though. We're having good laughs. We still have serious topics. We still have serious conversations.
We're taking over Sportsnet, I'm just saying.
Kipper, we're coming for you, Kipper. No, you're good. McLean, you're down. We're putting him in instead of McLean. This guy's going in instead of Kobe Armstrong. Sorry, Kobe, you were a decent player.
He just won an Oscar. I don't know.
I'm gonna go in instead of like let's see, like Corey Hirsch, maybe something like that. They're smart, but no offense, you don't have the personality that these three gentlemen have right
No.
here. So we're coming for you. We're coming hard. This episode's almost over. I'd like to thank our special guests. Tell them your name.
Kyle Wilson, thanks for having me on again,
Yeah, no
guys.
problem, buddy. Thanks for coming.
We're gonna have him on again. Good guy. And we have our co-host, former guest, promoted. This guy, he was the
you, thank
guest.
you.
Now the guest has become the co-host. So, yeah, it's great. I think we had a great show. So, guys, we'll be back next week. We're gonna do a playoff update or whatever. Probably tomorrow, actually.
Yeah, we'll do it tomorrow.
So
after,
we're gonna bang out as
after
many
the
shows
Leafs game.
as exactly. So hopefully we're in a good mood because if that doesn't go well, it's gonna be a harsh and raw podcast. So,
Sorry, Phil.
yeah. So just ahead of time, Phil, if you're watching this, which you will be for grading, if tomorrow's game doesn't go well, we're gonna be saucy. We're gonna be very lippy attitude. If it goes well, you're gonna have a great podcast. We're gonna be excited and ready to go for the
Well,
playoffs.
let's be honest
Either
here,
way.
okay? Even if it's a good game versus a bad game, there's going to be some swearing because we're going to be excited
Yeah, but if
Or-
we're excited, there's not gonna be as much
as
heavy,
much,
right?
Just
You
to
know?
forewarn you, there won't be as much as if it was bad.
Yeah, so that's all we got for you today, guys. We cut a little short tonight because we're a little tired from yesterday.
Yeah.
Had a long day today. Woke up early, did some radio shows, stuff like that. He's been cleaning up the place, getting everything settled in, just moved into
moved
this
in.
beautiful apartment. Paint job at the back's done by yours truly. The paint job everywhere else done by himself, Avery,
Off
and
camera.
his sister-in-law. So yeah, that's it. That's all we got for you. Stay tuned for next time. But for now, we are...
Out.
I was going to say branded. We are branded. We are the Branded Podcast. And yeah, we're out. See you later.
Yeah! Woo! More! Let's have some more!